Okay, I'm going to get started today. We're going to go over the homework assignment from the beginning of this section, our first day's homework assignment. So first, I have to learn to distribute correctly. So I have to distribute this 5x to each of these terms. 5x times x squared. Now you notice this is x to the first. This becomes 5x to the third. Then I have an x times an x. That's literally two x's times each other. So it's x to the second. So this would be plus 30x squared. And then 5x times 6 is plus 30x. Same thing here, but no x's. I'm just distributing a 3. 6x squared minus 18x minus 12. Number 3. 8x times 2x squared. That gives me 16x to the third. 8x times 8x is 64. 64x squared. And then 8x times 1 gives me plus 8x. Number 4, multiple ways we can do this. I can do it horizontally or vertically, however I want. But I have to distribute the 3r to the 3r and the 3r times 1. Then negative 7 times 3r and negative 7 times 1. So distributing first, 3r times 3r, that's 9r to the second. And then 3r times 1 gives me plus 3r. Negative 7 times 3r gives me negative 21r. And negative 7 times 1 is negative 7. Then this is 9r squared minus 18r minus 7. Just combine my like terms, 3r minus 21r. Number 5, 7x times 8x gives me 56x squared. 7x times negative 2 is negative 14x. Negative 5 times 8x is negative 40x. And negative 5 times negative 2 is a positive 10. Combine my like terms. Negative 14x minus 40x gives me negative 54x. So this would be 56x squared minus 54x plus 10. Number 6, distribute my 3x to both terms. 3x times x gives me 3x squared. 3x times 6 gives me 18x. Then distribute my 8. 8 times x is 8x. 8 times 6 is 48. Combine my like terms. 3x squared plus 26x plus 48. Number 7. Now I have 2 terms times 3 terms. So I'm just going to create a table here. I don't have to. I'm not requiring you to for this assignment, and I didn't require you to, but I'm just doing it so that we can see how to do a table again. So now I'm going to write 2x squared in minus 3x plus 4, and then x in negative 2. Now I just multiply. 2x squared times x, that's 2x to the third. Negative 3x times x, that gives me negative 3x squared. And x times 4 gives me 4x. Then negative 2 times 2x squared, that's negative 4x squared. Negative 2 times negative 3x That's positive 6x. And negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. Now I just have to combine my like terms. 2x to the third is by itself. If I look down the diagonals, negative 3x squared minus 4x squared gives me negative 7x squared. 4x plus 6x is 10x. And then it's minus 8. On to the next one. Set up my table, 6m squared, 5m and negative 2, 3m and negative 4. 3m times 6m squared is 18m to the third. 3m times 5m is 15m to the second. And 3m times negative 2 is negative 6m. Negative 4 times 6m squared, that's negative 24m squared. Negative 4 times 5m is negative 20m. And negative 2 times negative 4 is positive 8. 18m to the third is by itself. It's the highest exponent. And combine my diagonal, because those are both m squareds. So it gives me minus 9m squared. Combine my m's, negative 20m minus 6m is negative 26m, and then plus 8. Now when I look at this one, I'll notice it's 3 by 3, so I have to change my table. I can't do 2 by 3 anymore. I have to go 3 by 3. Alright, I can put either one on top and down the side. So I'm just going to go p squared negative 3p and 2 on top. And down the side is 6p squared negative p and 3. 6p squared times p squared, add the exponents, 6p to the fourth. 6p squared times negative 3p, negative 18p to the third. 6p squared times 2, 12p squared. Negative p times p squared, negative p to the third. Negative p times negative 3p gives me positive 3p squared. Negative p times 2 gives me negative 2p. 3 times p squared is 3p squared. 3 times negative 3p, negative 9p. 3 times 2 is 6. My highest exponent is 6p to the fourth. Then I have 2p to the thirds. So it's negative 18p minus p. So that's negative 19p to the third. 3p squared plus 3p squared plus 12p squared gives me plus 18p squared. Negative 9p minus 2p is negative 11p, and then plus 6. Three n squared minus 6n minus 6, 8n squared, and 5. Just that easy. Nothing difficult. We're just cruising through it. Alright. Then, since we don't have much to do, we're going to do today's homework. I'm going to skip 1 through 4 just because they're exactly like the ones we just did. And I'm going to jump down to our binomial expansions just so that we get some practice on those. So if you remember with the binomial expansions, we had Pascal's triangle. And if I had something to the 4th power, it meant that I had 5 coefficients, which would be 1, 4, 6, 4, and 1. All right, so now I do my coefficient, 1, and then the first term, b to the 4th, and plus 4, b to the 3rd, and then it's just negative 2a to the 1st power. Since it's to the 1st, we don't write. This was to the 0. It's getting bigger. The second term gets bigger exponent. The first term gets smaller exponent. Then it's plus 6 b to the 2nd, negative 2a to the 2nd, then plus 4 b to the 1st, and negative 2a to the 3rd, then plus 1 times negative 2a to the 4th. Now I have to simplify. This is 1b to the 4th. It stays to the 4th. And this is where I'm going to check my exponents to make sure that they all add up to 4. The next one is 4b to the 3rd, a to the 1st. 3 and 1 is 4, so I know that this one's okay. Multiply my numbers. 4 times negative 2. That means this is going to be minus 8. And then I do alphabetical order. A, B to the 3rd. Next one, I have to square this 2 before I can multiply it. So negative 2 squared is 4. 4 times 6 is 24. So it's plus 24. A to the 2nd, B to the 2nd. And 2 plus 2 is 4. So it's fine. On to the next one. Square raise negative 2 to the 3rd. That's negative 8. Negative 8 times 4 is minus 32. A to the 3rd, B. And then lastly, I have negative 2 to the 4th, which is positive 16, and then A to the 4th. And that's it. Number 6, it's to the 4th power again. So we're going to use the same numbers from Pascal's triangle. I'm going to do 1 times 3x to the 4th plus 4 times 3x to the 3rd, drops 1, and now my 4y increases by 1, so 4y to the 1st plus 6, and this is 3x to the 2nd, and 4y to the 2nd plus 4, and that's 3x to the 1st, and 4y to the 3rd, plus 1, and that's just 4y to the 4th. Start simplifying. 3 to the 4th power is a great question. That's 81. X to the 4th. 3 to the 3rd is 27. 27 times 4 is 108. 108 times 4 is 432. No, I'm a genius. So it's 432 x cubed y. Next, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, 9 times 16 is 144, and then 144 times 6 is 864. So it's plus 864 x squared y squared. 4 to the third is 64 times 3 times 4 is 768. So plus 768 x y to the third, and then plus 4y, I'm sorry, not 4y, 4 to the fourth first. So it would be plus 256 y to the fourth. Number 7, we're doing the same exact way, same coefficients and everything. 14641. We're doing Pascal's triangle. That's 4y to the fourth, and there's a 1 out front, then plus 4y to the third, and negative 1 to the first, and plus, I forgot my 4 here, 6 times 4y squared, negative 1 squared, plus 4y to the first, negative 1 to the third, plus 1 times negative 1 to the fourth. 4 to the fourth is 256 y to the fourth. 4y to the third, 4 to the third is 64. Then I have to multiply by 4, so that's also 256 y to the third. Then I have the negative 1, so that's going to convert this to a minus. Four squared is 16, times 6 is 64. Then it's negative 1 squared, so that becomes a positive 1. So this is plus 64y squared. Here I do 4 times 4, which is 16. Negative 1 to the third is negative 1, so that makes this minus 16 y. And then negative 1 to the fourth is plus 1. Alright, I'm only going to do number 8. It'll be the last one, just because we keep doing the same thing over and over again. But the reason that I want to do number 8 is it's a different exponent, so that's going to be 1331. I'm just getting those numbers from our Pascal's triangle. So this is going to be 1 times 4b to the third plus 3 times 4b to the second times 1 plus 3 times 4b to the first times 1 squared and plus 1, no 4b, and then it's going to be 1 to to the third. 4 to the third is 64, and then your b stays to the third. 4 to the second is 16. 16 times 3 is 48. Plus 48 b to the second. Then this would be plus 12b plus 1. All right, no reason to get anything lower than like a 70 or 80% on this homework since we did a lot of it. If you have any questions, just email me. Have a good day.